Kraken!
Well, after that intro, I mean, what can I say? You guys are probably wondering, what the heck is this thing? Well, it's a coupe. You guys think I don't like coupes? Well, nobody actually said that, but since we haven't shown a coupe, and we've shown the drag van and the LTD and the silver car and Trojan horse and Krusty and Teresa's car, you know, we haven't shown a coupe. Well, we have a coupe. Let me give you a quick background. This car is known by multiple names, like most everything we have. It's known as the Blue Deuce, the Blue Douche, and the Brain. The reason we call it the Brain is I bought this car in 2011 from a buddy of mine, a guy I've known since kindergarten, and I guess that's unfortunate for him. And he had purchased the car in 2008, but his name is Brian, and he used to work at a place called Super Shops. And some of you guys in California or out in the Midwest may have heard of Super Shops. They folded up shop, no pun intended, around 96, 98, something like that. Anyway, he worked for them, and they used to, when you would come in and ask for parts and things like that, they had business cards, and they would print out the part, or they'd write the part numbers and stuff, and so you would call them, or come when you came back in, oh, I talked to Brian about getting this 455 intake from a Pontiac. Well, he printed up, he had 500 cards made, and they misspelled his name. They named him, they called him Brain instead of Brian. So does he take them back? No. He scratches it out and writes the IAN over the A and I. Anyway, so we teased him about that for a really long time. And so since I bought this car from him, a lot of people, you know, say, hey, what car are you taking? I'm taking Brian's car, and you mean Brain's car. So, you know, that's how nicknames get started. Sometimes we don't always give them to ourselves. Anyway, I bought this car in 2011. He bought the car in 2008. The car, when he bought it, had a Chinese Cobra intake on it. It's got a little bit newer motor, supposed to be a 91, I believe. He talked to the guy that owned it before him, I guess. It had a Vortec on it, and it was still speed density. When he first bought it, he was wondering why it wouldn't run right. Well, there you go. So he took the Vortec off and changed a bunch of stuff around. This is actually an SSP car. Not that there's any SSP left in it, but you know, it was an SSP car. So let's get a look at what we got going on with this thing. We'll get the rundown real quick and try and make this a little shorter. Guys, it's already 3 minutes. Holy mackerel. All right, let's go look at the motor real quick. All right, guys. Well, I apologize for the wind noise. That's actually why I was filming it sitting in the car. So This is actually the third attempt at making this video, and I'm just getting tired of doing it. Wind noise and other things. So this one's probably actually going to be the worst of the 3 videos, but by God, it's the one that's going up. So again, this car was an SSP car. There's not much SSP left in it, so to speak. And sorry, this thing was crashed at one time and the frame rail is gone. So we put this nifty aluminum brace in there. That's lightweight, homies. Let's start at the front. It's got a, not that you can see it, it's got a 77 millimeter old style Pro M meter that's actually been bored out. It's supposed to be like 85 or something like that. It's got our homemade ducting. It's got a 75 millimeter throttle body, one of the cheap Chinese ones. It's got a Holley Systemax on it. It's got a Aeromotive fuel pressure regulator. It's got a set of red top motorsport injectors. It's got a set of GT40s unported. There, you know, that's how we do it. It's got the mighty B303 cam in it. I mean, that right there, this car's worth $5,000 just because of the camshaft. It's got a it's got BBK long tubes. They're 1 5/8. It's got a no-name tubular K member on it, control arms, coilovers, and caster camber plates. It's also got, we don't know the struts. I've never had the coilovers apart, so I don't know if it's got 70-30s or 90-10s. We'll just say they're 90-10s. It's also got a big 2-row radiator. It's got a Taurus fan on it. It's got a oh, you hear the thunder? It's got a ProMotion T5 in it. It's a 295 first. The car's got subframe connectors. It's got a Ford Motorsport clutch, not a King Cobra, just the regular Motorsport. It's got a Hurst shifter with a long engineering shift knob on it. I love those things. It's got a couple of gauges. Got a shift light. It's got torque box reinforcements. It's 8.8. It's got all UPR uppers and lowers on it. It's got bullets on it right now. It has a H-pipe and some Flowmasters to drive around with if I want to. It's got a 255 in-tank, and it's 456 gears, spool, 31 spline axle, C-clip eliminators, yada, yada, yada. The basic stuff. This is the car that started the package. And you may be wondering, you know, hey, well, what does it run? Well, the fastest this car has been is a 705 in the 8th mile, and yes, that's just the way it sits. It's been you know, 705. It's run 95 mile an hour multiple times. It's typically it's a 17 car. That particular night, it was, the weather was killer, the track was killer, and it 7-0'd it basically all night long. But normally it's probably a mid to high 17 car in great weather with good track. In this kind of heat and stuff, it's probably high 720s and stuff like that. It's just so freaking hot. So that's what we've got going on here. It's, you know, nothing fancy. It's you know, it's pretty light. We actually haven't ever weighed this car, so we're not sure how much it weighs, but I mean, you can probably do some of the math on it. It runs good. It's, you know, a fun car to drive. And as a matter of fact, I've been daily driving it for about a month now. I just got tired of driving Teresa's car. That automatic's just killing me. I just can't handle it. So I pulled this one out and just started driving it a little bit. So that's it. It's got solid motor mounts. It's got a race crank pulley, of course. Still got the SSP hoses on it, but other than that, there ain't much SSP left. So that's it. That's the brain. That's our you know, that's our coupe. We have one. Now I will say this much: we don't have a convertible. So all you convertible drop top guys, sorry, I don't have one of those. But we do have a coupe, just in case anybody was wondering. All right, well, there you go. I gave you all the lowdown, all the tech stuff. I will say there's a few other little things. This car is an 88. When Brian got it, he converted it to mass air. It had 24-pound injectors and a 76mm C&L. It's got an A9L in it. He did the conversion. He also bought the GT40 heads. He bought the B303. He bought the Systemax. He bought that used. The heads were fresh out of the machine shop. I actually went and picked them up for him. The transmission was fresh. He bought that brand new from ProMotion down in Florida. He bought the clutch, he bought the firewall adjuster, clutch cable, quadrant. He put all the suspension stuff in the back. He bought drag lights for it. It's got fakes on the back, but it came with a set of 15x8s, and it came with a set of slicks. And it has some kind of no-name shifter in it, but I took that out. And so I knew a lot about the car, and he had bought a bunch of new parts for it. And like I say, it's, you know, it's been a good little car. I drove it daily for quite a while, and just kind of raced it a lot, and, you know, then I put it up, and then I'd pull it out and drive it, and then I'd put it up, and now we're out driving it again. So that's it. 88 SSP LX 5-liter Notchback. That's a lot. Yeah, we do have another seat for it. You know how I roll. No seats, no passengers. Got to have the cooler and tires and all that kind of stuff in here. It's also got MSD box on it. Whoopie-doo. That's about it. You know, it's a great little car. We'll have a track video up of this thing very shortly, and you know, we gotta do a little work to it. The control arms, we got a little control arm bushing deal going on. We need to fix that, and we got a few other little things. That's what happens when they sit and you don't drive them as much. But anyway, this is our coupe. So hope you guys like it. I like it, so I guess that's all that really matters. If you guys don't like it, well, I'm sure somebody won't, because it's blue, it's beat up. But all my stuff's beat up. You guys should know me by now. All my stuff's junk. But like I say, it runs decent. We're happy with it. So I guess I'll get off now. And again, you know, I can't do the thanks for watching thing, and here we don't have enough room in the car to fit it in. So anyway, thanks for watching, subscribing, especially commenting. You know, hope you guys get a kick out of some of this stuff. So anyway, next time you see this thing, it'll either be getting the control arm bushings changed, or it will be at the track, because you know how we roll. We head to the track. So all right, we'll see you guys later. We're out.